because you standing behind here, I guess you can use this distance, or you can come out to the side.
Good evening. Ghosts and ghouls, goblins and witches, and welcome to the 2025 Halloween concert. I'm Zan Moore, father to one of Diana's students participating in this evening's festivities, and we are here to celebrate the Rogue Detection Team. These folks are a unique group of people and dogs who have committed themselves to making our world a better place to live in and bark in. Not only by detecting endangered species and finding ways to protect them in the land they live in, but also by rescuing shelter dogs and training them to do this very important work. One of the team members is here this evening to answer any questions that you may have about what Rogue Detection Team does and how they run their operation. This will happen just before you, the audience, get a chance to bring your dogs on stage to show off their costumes and or any tricks that they may be willing to offer. The stories that you will hear tonight are written by the Brothers Grimm, who lived from approximately 1785 to 1860. Wilhelm Grimm and his older brother Jacob studied German folklore and oral traditions, publishing a collection of stories eventually known as Grimm's Fairy Tales, which includes narratives like Briar Rose and Little Red Riding Hood. Several of the brothers' tales have been adapted into successful TV shows and movies, something they surely could not have anticipated. Although the duo is famous for sharing the classic tales bearing their names, many of the stories have a dark turn to them, and they were not intended for children. Some of the original versions were eventually revised once the stories became popular among children. We would like to thank the many sponsors who have supported tonight's fundraiser. Oh yeah. This will help.
Ron Cohen, R Consulting Ltd, Diana Betterbide, Ed and Jen Lee.
Elaine Johnson, Phyllis Thompson.
Janet and Leonard Wood, Kim Bauer, Mark Croft family, Elizabeth English, Doug and Karen Roof, Tim and Wendy Foley, Benny New, Cindy Summers, Liz Willis, Greg and Robin Shepard, and the McMahon family, C family.
Thank you so much to all who pledged your support, and thank you for being here tonight to enjoy the music, created by the musicians on stage and hopefully by the dogs in the audience.
Good evening. The first tale from the Brothers Grimm, Cat and Mouse in Partnership. A certain cat had made the acquaintance of a mouse and had said so much to her about the great love and friendship she felt for her that at length the mouse agreed that they should live and keep house together. But we must make a provision for winter, or else we shall suffer from hunger, said the cat. And you, little mouse, cannot venture anywhere outside, or you will be caught in a trap someday. The good advice was followed, and a pot of fat was bought, but they did not know where to put it. At length, after much consideration, the cat said, I know no place where it will be better stored up than in the church. For no one dares take anything away from there. We will set it beneath the altar and not touch it until we are really in need of it. So the pot was placed in safety, but it was not long before the cat had a great yearning for it and said to the mouse, I want to tell you something, little mouse. My cousin has brought a little son into the world and has asked me to be godmother. He's white with brown spots, and I'm to hold him over the font at the christening. Let me go out today, and you look after the house by yourself. Oh, yes, answered the mouse. By all means, go. And if you get anything very good, think of me. I should like a drop of sweet red christening wine, too. All this, however, was untrue. The cat had no cousin, and he had not been asked to be godmother. She went straight to the church, stole to the pot of fat, and began to lick at it, and licked the top of the fat right off. Then she took a walk around the roofs of the town, looking out for opportunities, and then stretched herself in the sun, licked her lips whenever she thought of the pot of fat. And not until evening time did she return home. Well, here you are again, said the mouse. No doubt you have had a merry day. All went off well, answered the cat. What name did they give the child? Top off, said the cat quite coolly. Top off, cried the mouse. Well, that's a very odd and uncommon name. Is it a usual one in your family? Oh, what does it matter, said the cat. It's no worse than Crumb Stealer, as your godchildren are called. Before long, the cat was seized by another fit of longing. So she said to the mouse, you must do me a favor, and once more manage the house for a day alone. I am again asked to be godmother, and as the child has a white ring around its neck, I cannot refuse. The good mouse consented, but the cat crept behind the town walls to the church and devoured half the pot of fat. Oh, nothing ever seems so good as what one keeps to oneself, said she. And she was quite satisfied with her day's work. When she went home, the mouse inquired, and what was this child christened? Half done, answered the cat. Half done? What are you saying? I never heard the name in my life. I'll wager anything it is not in the calendar of saints. The cat's mouth soon began to water for some more licking. All good things go in threes, said she. I am asked to stand godmother again. The child is quite black, only it has white paws, but with that exception, it has not a single white hair on its whole body. This only happens once every few years, so you will let me go, won't you? Top off. Half done, answered the mouse. They are such odd names. They make me very thoughtful. Well, you sit at home, said the cat, in your dark gray fur coat and long tail, and are filled with fancies. But that's because you do not go out into the daytime. During the cat's absence, the mouse cleaned the house and put it in order, but the greedy cat entirely emptied the pot of fat. When everything is eaten up, one has some peace, she said to herself. And well-filled and fat, she did not return home till night. The mouse at once asked what name had been given to the third child. It will not please you more than the others, said the cat. He is called All Gone. All gone, cried the mouse. That is the most suspicious name of all. I've never seen it in print. All gone. What can that mean? She shook her head, curled herself up, and lay down to sleep. From this time forth, no one invited the cat to be godmother, but when the winter had come and there was no longer anything to be found outside, the mouse thought of their provisions and said, "Oh, come, cat, we will go to our pot of fat which we have stored up for ourselves. We shall enjoy that." "Yes," answered the cat, "you will enjoy it as much as you would enjoy sticking that dainty tongue of yours out of the window." So they set out on their way. But when they arrived, the pot of fat certainly was still in its place, but it was empty. Alas, said the mouse, now I see what has happened. Now it comes to light. Oh, you are a true friend. You have devoured all when you were standing godmother. First, top off, then half done, and then, will you hold your tongue, cried the cat. One more word, and I will eat you. All gone was already on the poor mouse's lips. Scarcely had she spoken it before the cat sprang at her, seized her, and swallowed her down. And that is the way of the world.
The Nightmare Before Christmas is a 1993 American animated Gothic musical fantasy film based on a story and characters conceived by Tim Burton. Tells the story of Jack Skellington, the king of Halloween Town, who stumbles upon Christmas Town and schemes to take over the holiday. Halloween Town is a fantasy world populated by various monsters and supernatural beings associated with the holiday. Jack, the well-respected Pumpkin King, leads the town in organizing its annual celebrations this year. This year, however, Jack grows tired of the same routine and longs for something new. Upon discovering trees containing doors to other holiday-themed worlds, Jack stumbles through the one leading to Christmas Town and is fascinated by the unfamiliar holiday.
Jack returns home and shares his discovery with his friends and neighbors, but they struggle to grasp the concept of Christmas, although they relate to its ruler, Santa Claus, or Sandy Claus, as Jack mistakenly dubs him. After several futile attempts at finding a way to rationally explain Christmas, Jack decides to improve the holiday instead. He announces that Halloween Town will take over Christmas this year and assigns Christmas-themed jobs such as singing carols, making presents, and building a sleigh pulled by skeletal reindeer to various residents. He tasks mischievous trick-or-treating trio Lock, Shock, and Barrel with abducting Santa. However, he orders them not to involve their superior Oogie Boogie, a bogeyman with a passion for gambling and Jack's longtime rival, in their plot. When Lock, Shock, and Barrel bring Santa to Halloween Town, Jack tells them that he will take care of Christmas this year and orders the trio to keep Santa safe. However, they disobey Jack's orders and bring Santa to Oogie, who plots to play a game with Santa's life at stake. Jack departs to deliver presents in the real world.
Upon returning home, Jack rescues Santa, confronts Oogie, and defeats him by unraveling a thread holding his cloth form together, causing all kinds of insects inside Oogie to spill out and reduce him to nothing. Though displeased with Jack for his foolish actions, Santa makes amends with him and resumes his yearly duties, replacing Jack's presents with genuine ones and saving Christmas. All of Halloween Town celebrates Jack's triumph. Santa brings the snowfall to the town, thereby bringing the Christmas spirit upon it.
Till the neighbor's gonna die of fright. It's our town. Everybody scream.
I am the one hiding under your bed, teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red.
I am the one hiding under your stairs, fingers like snakes and spiders in my hair.
kidnap Mr. Sandy Claus.
I want to do it. Let's draw straws.
Jack said we should work together. 3 of a kind, birds of a feather, now and forever. Here is another Brothers Grimm story, titled The Singing Bone. In a certain country, there was once great lamentation over a wild boar that ravaged the farmers' fields, killed the cattle, and ripped up people's bodies with his tusks. The king promised a large reward to anyone who would free the land from this plague, but the beast was so big and strong that no one dared to go near the forest in which it lived. At last the king gave notice that whoever should capture or kill the wild boar should have his only daughter's wife. Now there lived in the country 2 brothers, sons of poor men, who declared themselves willing to undertake the hazardous enterprise. The elder, who was crafty and shrewd out of pride. The younger, who was innocent and simple from a kind heart. The king said, "In order to be sure of finding the beast, you must go into the forest from opposite sides." So the elder went in on the west side, and the younger on the east. When the younger had gone a short way, a little man stepped up to him. He held in his hand a black spear and said, "I give you the spear because your heart is pure and good. With this you can boldly attack the wild boar, and it will do you no harm." He thanked the little man, shouldered the spear, and went on fearlessly. Before long, he saw the beast, which rushed at him, but he held the spear towards it, and in its blind fury it ran so swiftly against it that its heart was cut in two. Then he took the monster on his back and went homewards with it to the king. As he came out at the other side of the wood, there stood at the entrance a house where people were making merry with wine and dancing. His elder brother had gone in here and, thinking that, after all, the boar would not run away, was going to drink until he felt brave. But when he saw his young brother coming out of the wood, laden with his booty, his envious, evil heart gave him no peace. He called out to him, "Come in, dear brother, rest and refresh yourself with a cup of wine." The youth, who suspected no evil, went in and told him about the good little man who had given him the spear with which he had slain the boar. The elder brother kept him there until the evening, and then they went away together, and when in the darkness they came to a bridge over a brook, the elder brother let the other go first. And when he was halfway across, he gave him such a blow from behind that he fell down, dead. He buried him beneath the bridge, took the boar, and carried it to the king, pretending that he had killed it, whereupon he obtained the king's daughter in marriage. And when his younger brother did not come back, he said, "The boar must have killed him," and everyone believed it. But as nothing remains hidden from God, this black deed was to come to light. Years afterwards, a shepherd was driving his herd across the bridge and saw lying in the sand beneath a snow-white little bone. He thought that it would make a good mouthpiece, so he clambered down, picked it up, and cut out of it a mouthpiece for his horn. But when he blew through it for the first time, to his great astonishment, the bone began of its own accord to sing. "Ah, friend, you blow upon my bone. Long have I lain beside the water. My brother slew me for the boar, and took for his wife the king's young daughter." "What a wonderful horn," said the shepherd. "It sings by itself. I must take it to my lord the king." And when he came with it to the king, the horn again began to sing its little song. The king understood it all, and ordered the ground below the bridge to be dug up, and then the whole skeleton of the murdered man came to light. The wicked brother could not deny the deed, and was sewn up in a sack and drowned. But the bones of the murdered man were laid to rest in a beautiful tomb in the churchyard.
dance between the Montagues and the Capulets. And this was made popular recently by, are you going to talk about this?
Yeah, I am.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, so the Dance of the Knights from Romeo and Juliet. The story of the Profecus, I think that's how you say it. 1935 ballet Romeo and Juliet is the tragic tale of two young lovers from fleeting families, the Montagues and the Capulets. Dance of the Knights is the nickname for the piece Montagues and Capulets. Its meaning is to accompany the fateful and menacing encounter between the two warring families and the Capulets' grand masquerade ball where Juliet first meets Romeo.
And if any of you are fans of the show Wednesday, this was made a little bit more popular, I think, in the first season of that show.
Catherine, can you turn the lights on the audience so that the dogs can see where they're going? So now is my next to the favorite part of the program, where any of you that have dogs that you want to bring up on stage and introduce them to us, show off their costumes, show us any tricks that they have, we would be happy to entertain that. Any takers? How many dogs do we have here? Who has a dog? Who brought a dog? Oh, come on. So somebody bring a dog up here. Just one. You don't have to do anything. Just bring a dog up. There you go. Yeah. Good. So tell us who you are and tell us who your friend is.
My name is Jason, and this is Dopamine.
Are you a doctor?
Am I a what?
Are you a doctor?
No.
Okay. And any tricks? No tricks? Very sweet. And what is your name, sir?
Well, my name is James, and I have a little black 14-month-old Labrador American Lab. As compared to the English Lab, the American Lab has long legs and kind of a showy body. But Tessa.
This is Tessa, who is very tolerant of. Yes. Oh, okay. You're next. Can you tell us who your dog is again?
My dog is Mima.
Mima.
He's Miles Davis.
Okay, Miles Davis. He hates other dogs? Oh, I'm sorry. I have one of those at home. That's why I left him there. But I'm glad you brought him. What's your name? Madonna and Miles Davis. I love it. All right. Good job, you guys. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else? Eli's back there going, I'm just MLK as long as I'm just in one spot. To try to move around is, okay. All right. We have Colette Yu. Ooh, I knew I was going to massacre that. Colette from the Rogue Detection Team group is here. And Colette, why don't you come on up? And, she's got her dog with her tutu on again. I love it. And your bumblebee outfit. You could wear that every year and I'd never get tired of it. This is Colette, and tell me your last name. Yee. Right, okay. Right. So, can you tell us just something about the Rogue Detection Team? And
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, what am I standing too close to? That one? My name is Colette. I've been working with detection dogs for about 9 years now, and you gave a pretty good introduction earlier. Our program, we have adopted rescue dogs that we put to work on different conservation projects. We've worked all over the world, species ranging as small as caterpillars and bumblebees to as big as grizzly bears and killer whales. And it's exciting work. We get to work with new species, new dogs almost every year. We're always adopting new dogs and putting them in the field. It's exciting work, and I can't believe how many years you all have been supporting our program now. I mean, I don't even know how many years it's been now that you've been putting these on. We're incredibly grateful for it, and so glad to get to come down and get to enjoy another concert this year.
Do you have any questions for her while she's here? She wants the dog to be introduced and to know what the specialty for this dog is.
So this is Riley, and Riley is actually our only not working dog. I have had Riley since I was in college. All of our dogs are pretty wild at heart and don't do well sitting still. So none of them could make it out for this tonight. They would be running wild. They are the kind of dogs that have incredibly high energy, don't like to have downtime, keep us very busy, don't understand when it's a day off or time to relax and enjoy the music. So Riley's specialty is emotional support to our teams and getting to be the couch potato that we like to cuddle up with inside. Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah, so we are pretty much, we are called on when a researcher has something that they're having a hard time finding. So sometimes it's like an elusive or rare species, and they want to collect data on it. And so we do all non-invasive research. So what that means is we'll often do scat studies. So we actually go out. She doesn't like to be left out of the conversations. You can say your part too. Yeah. So we often are going out and picking up poop all day long, but very important poop that gets to be analyzed in labs. We have usually genetics run on them where we can find out exactly who left behind that poop. So get it down to species to get confirmation on that. We can find out their sex, diet, any disease, illness. We can check for hormones to understand if they're stressed or if they were recently carrying or all kinds of information. Sometimes we do live animal stuff occasionally. So earlier this year, I got to do a study finding a caterpillar nest for the endangered Taylor's checker spot butterfly. So occasionally live animals, but the majority of it is like scat or carcasses or things like that. Yeah. That one's really exciting and different. So we do it from the bow of a boat, and that one. Oh, so the question was, how do dogs look for whales? So that one's another scat study that I did up in the San Juan Islands. So we are collecting killer whale scat out on the water, and it floats for a very limited amount of time. But you also being a endangered species, there are a lot of limitations on how close you can get to the whales. So, if you were just following right behind them, sure, you could see them poop and scoop it out of the water. But we are doing this from a couple hundred meters away, so you can't see when it's happening, and you're just waiting for the dog to alert that they've picked up that odor. And then they actually tell you where to drive the boat. So depending on where they kind of stand and point, you just kind of communicate that to your captain, and you get to go do this kind of zigzag pattern up until you find it and scoop it out of the water. Yeah. You had a question back there? Can she do any tricks? You might hear her at some point. She does like to sing along to music, especially when the organ pops up. I think that's her favorite. But other than that, her big trick is she can probably sleep for about 20 hours straight. That's pretty impressive and very different than the rest of our dogs. So I think that's her specialty. Do you have words from Riley? Okay. No words from Riley. All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for being here.
This is a story of Mr. Korbes. There once was a cock and a hen who wanted to take a journey together. So the cock built a beautiful carriage which had 4 red wheels and harnessed 4 mice to it. Then the hen seated herself in it with the cock, and they drove away together. Not long afterwards, they met a cat who said, "Where are you going?" The cock replied, "We are going to the house of Mr. Korbes." "Take me with you," said the cat. The cock answered, "Most willingly. Get up behind, lest you fall off in front. Take great care not to dirty my little red wheels. And you little wheels, roll on, and you little mice, pipe out, as we go forth on our way to the house of Mr. Korbes." After this came a millstone, then an egg, then a duck, then a pin, and at last a needle, who all seated themselves in the carriage and drove off with them. When, however, they reached the house of Mr. Korbes was not there. The mice drew the carriage into the barn. The hen flew with the cock upon a perch. The cat sat down by the hearth. The duck on the sink. The egg rolled itself into a towel. The pin stuck itself into the chair cushion. The needle jumped onto the bed in the middle of the pillow, and the millstone laid itself over the door. When Mr. Korbes came home, he went to the hearth and was about to light the fire when the cat threw a quantity of ashes in his face. Mr. Korbes ran into the kitchen with a great hurry to wash it off, and the duck splashed some water in his face. He wanted to dry it with the towel, but the egg rolled up against him, broke, and glued up his eyes. He wanted to rest and sat down in the chair, and then the pin pricked him. He fell in a passion and threw himself on his bed, but as soon as he laid his head on the pillow, the needle pricked him, so that he screamed aloud, and was just going to run out into the wide world in his rage. But when he came to the door, the millstone leapt down and struck him dead. Mr. Korbes must have been a very wicked man.
This is the story of the old Sultan. A farmer once had a faithful dog named Sultan, who had grown old and lost all of his teeth, so he no longer could hold anything tight. One day the farmer was standing with his wife before the door and said, "Tomorrow I intend to shoot old Sultan. He is no longer of any use." His wife, who felt pity for the faithful beast, answered, "He has served us so long and has been so faithful that we might give him keep." What, said the man? "You are not very sharp. He has not a tooth left in his mouth. Not a thief is afraid of him, and now he may be off. If he has served us, he has been well fed for it." The poor dog, who was lying stretched out in the sun not far off, had heard everything and was sorry, for the morrow was to be his last day. He had a good friend, the wolf, and he crept out in the evening into the forest to him and complained of the fate that awaited him. "Listen, friend," said the wolf, "be of good cheer. I will help you out of your trouble. I have thought of something. Tomorrow, early in the morning, your master is going with his wife to make hay, and they will take their little child with them. And no one will be left behind in the house. While at work, they always lay their child under the hedge in the shade. So lay yourself there too, just as if you wish to guard it. Then I will come out of the wood and carry it off the child. You must rush swiftly after me, as if you would rescue it from me. I will let it fall, and you will take it back to its parents, who will think you saved it. And you will be far too grateful to do. They will be far too grateful to do any harm. On the contrary, you will be in high favor, and they will never let anything happen to you again." The plan pleased the dog, and carried out as if it was arranged. The father screamed when he saw the wolf running across the field with his child, but when old Sultan brought it back, then he was full of joy, and just stroked and said, "Not a hair of yours shall be hurt. You shall be fed as long as you live." And to his wife he said, "Go home and make old Sultan some soup, and he will not have to chew. And bring the pillow from my bed. I will give him that to lie upon." Herewith old Sultan was off as if he wished to be. Soon afterwards the wolf visited him, and he was pleased that everything had succeeded so well. "But now," he said, "you will just turn a blind eye when I have a chance. I will carry off one of your master's fat sheep." "Do not reckon upon that," answered the dog. "I will remain true to my master. I could not agree to that." The wolf, who thought this could be not spoken in earnest, came creeping about in the night and was going to take away the sheep. But the farmer, to whom the faithful Sultan had told the wolf's plan, caught him and beat him and hid him silently with a flail. The wolf had to flee, but he cried out to the dog, "Wait, you scoundrel, you shall pay for this." The next morning, the wolf sent the boar to challenge the dog to come out to the forest, so they might settle the affair. Old Sultan could find no one to stand by him but a cat with 3 legs. Oh, I know, right? And as they went out together, the poor cat limped along and at the same time stretched out his tail into the air with pain. The wolf with his friend were already on the spot appointed, but when they saw their enemy coming, they thought he was bringing a saber with him, for they mistook the outstretched tail of the cat for a saber. I know, right? And when the poor beast hopped on its 3 legs, they could only think every time that it was picking up a stone to throw at them. So they were both afraid. The wild boar crept into the thicket, and the wolf jumped up the tree. The dog and the cat, when they came upon, wondered what there was no one to be seen. The wild boar, however, had not been able to hide himself altogether, and one of his ears was still to be seen. While the cat was looking carefully about, the boar moved his ear. The cat, who thought it was a mouse moving there, jumped upon it and bit it hard. The boar made a fearful sound and ran away, crying out, "The guilty one is up the tree." The dog and the cat looked up and saw the wolf, who was ashamed of having shown himself so timid, and made friends with the dog again.
Johannes Brahms wrote 2 main sets of piano waltzes. The 16 waltzes, OP 39, is for piano 4 hands and was arranged for piano solo. These waltzes are a tribute to Vietnamese waltz culture. Edvard Grieg is famous for writing many character pieces like Puck. This piece is filled with the playfulness of Puck's mischievous elf character with its quick notes and dramatic dynamic changes.
Thank you all for being here this evening, and thank you for your generous gifts to the Rogue Detection team. And we have some treats for people and for your dogs out in the Riverview room. So thank you again for being here. Have a good night. Have a good Halloween.